Quentin is that third favourite at $6 for the Orchards Richards team, and Opie Bosson doing the rider. But overall, you're with Benzini at around 7.5.
Yeah, Benzi at Benzini at sort of that $8 quote. Look, I thought All in Vogue is one you could throw in as well. She is a useful mare who gates pretty awkward, but she is a nice staying horse, and she was in good company 2 starts ago out of that very good mare who had success here in Tall Poppy.
Group 3, Mills Reef, Trentham Stakes. Here's Tony.
Good on you, BP. Yes, these last horses so nearly ready now. The Mills Reef, Trentham Stakes. Great sponsors, Mills Reef. Great product as well. It's been wonderful to have them on board here. Now, Samson coming up into the barriers. And that'll leave just one horse out. And it is St. Kitts, who's about to go in. Devise the favourite off the inside gate, $4.20. Racing in the Mills Reef Trentham Stakes, and Devise sprung the gates well on the inside. Indian Rose goes forward, and now they're all after the front. Cruiser, Kairanga Lad, Bellum going forward. Chance to Dance and wide out Authentic Paddy. They're 7 and 8 wide. Chance to Dance and Authentic Paddy, the widest of those. Princess Brook slips her on the inside to get a lovely run. Von Tunzelman the outside of her. Aspen Lass is next inside of Samson. 1,600 metres to go. Then Benzini covered up by High Spirits, 2 to Hank Moody and St. Kitts, and the last one is All in Vogue to the back of the track. And here we've got in front as they work on down the back of the track, Cruiser taken on though on the outside by Chance to Dance, and Authentic Paddy rolls forward the outside. Devise will take a position just behind them now. Then Cruiser is 4th and 1 out. Princess Brook over on the inside. Kairanga Lad with those at the 1,200 metres, and Bellum is wider out. 2 to Von Tunzelman about midfield. The inside, the Southerner Aspen Lass, all one of them. Indian Rose around Benzini, then Samson around Hank Moody, and High Spirits in the middle of those. They've got 1,000 metres to go. St. Kitts still second to last, and All in Vogue can see them all as they run off the back and into this large sweeping bend across the top, and Chance to Dance in front. Authentic Paddy and neck away. 800 metres to go. Devise onto the nickel a little bit. Cruiser is next, then Bellum and Princess Brook. Kairanga Lad. Von Tunzelman's about to ease out now. High Spirits looking to get to the outside, and then Aspen Lass over on the inside of Indian Rose Samson. Benzini got a long way back to the home corner, and then we have further away as they turn is All in Vogue and Hank Moody. Chance to Dance and Authentic Paddy joined on the outside by Cruiser, and Devise is coming home now. Princess Brook in the middle. Von Tunzelman is starting to get out. Benzini goes back to the inside for his run. Here we've got Devise, Von Tunzelman, Cruiser, and Benzini starting to slip right up on the inside, but Von Tunzelman on the outside in front of Devise and Benzini. Von Tunzelman and Devise. Von Tunzelman from Devise and Benzini. Aspen Lass, High Spirits behind them has been Samson, then Cruiser, Princess Brook, Hank Moody and St. Kitts. Further away, Indian Rose. Back behind those, Authentic Paddy, Kairanga Lad, Chance to Dance, All in Vogue and Bellum. He's in the zone, Lethal Lethanus. And number 4, Von Tunzelman, will just get it from a very brave Devise. Benzini whipping home on the inside, and then Aspen Lass. She wouldn't give in, Devise. Von Tunzelman just had the advantage, and at the line, he'll score about a half head or a head victory from a brave Devise and Benzini, and then Aspen Lass. So a very good finish, but they sorted themselves out a little way from home, and Von Tunzelman really showing his worth here.
He really did, and he got himself in a nice position, didn't he? With what happened up front, there was horses that were very keen to get forward. Devise jumped well, and then there was all that pressure into the first bend. Chance to Dance was flushed out along with Authentic Paddy. So those two horses carried on with their work down the back straight to be able to be leader and outside leader, those two particular runners. And it just meant that Von Tunzelman was in a beautiful, sweet spot to be able to finish over the top of them. And he's backed up that Rich Hill Mile, more distance today, and he's taken it out.
The rides on the first, second and third, beautiful rides by all 3 of those. Devise worked them. She had to, or she was going to end way back on the inside. Leith had Von Tunzelman pose it up beautifully and produced nicely, and Rosie had to ride for luck. She got that luck, and he's come home nicely as well. Great ride, great racing.
Emily Bosson, you caught up with Leith pre-race. Here he is now with post-race interview in the Mills Reef Trentham Stakes.
Lee, things are really worked out in your favour here, with obviously there being a bit of a dash for the lead, and it sounded like you got yourself into a nice position.
Yeah, they went pretty hard. It was muddling, and the instructions were just to get them out at the 500. Make sure I told Brendan and Joe that you're first in line to get him as the show horse.
I think I'll be waiting a while for that, don't you?
Yeah, I think he must have been listening, but he's got a bright future, this horse, and he's got a good cup win in him or somewhere too.
What do you make of your rides later on? Obviously we mentioned Houseman at Legramore, another really nice chance as well.
Yeah, Legramore should be a nice ride in the last.
How are you going to ride him?
Midfield, hopefully.
All right, well done.
Cheers, eh?
Winning rider Leithinus, we move to Roger James's racing manager Robert Wellwood. And Robert, this must be a huge thrill coming here and winning a Group 3.
Yeah, we're absolutely over the moon. He's probably been a little bit unlucky his last couple. He really just needs an uninterrupted run to have a good go at them, and Leith's just ridden him a peach today, and all credit to Leith and the horse.
You must have been giggling when they're 7 wide around that first bend.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. Von Tunzelman just got a slide up, one out, and got cover, and just panned out beautifully for him. So
He's been a Zabeel who's obviously proven his way coming through that he's got the quality, but the extra distance is always going to be on his side, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Rogers has taken his time with him, got him racing right, and he showed us that he was probably a star in the making with the Kaimai Stakes last year, and it's great just to see him kick on with it and do the job.
I know when I spoke to you during the week, there were options of plenty, City of Auckland Cups and Wellington Cups and Kaimai Stakes and what have you. Have you got an inkling on where you might go to?
Oh, I mean, we'll see how the horse pulls up from this, and Roger will make a decision on his work and the way he pulls up, but pretty happy. So.
Yeah. You've had a close association with this horse as well. You travelled to Melbourne with them in the spring, and this must be pretty special for you too.
Yeah, it's pretty super, pretty happy.
Good on you, Robert.
Cheers.
And in our star pedigree, brought to you by Westbury Stud, number 4, Von Tunzelman, takes out the Trentham Stakes, and he's a son of Zabeel out of a Dane Hill mare in Jadane, and bred by Brendan and Joe Lindsay, trained by Roger James and ridden by Leithinus. Takes out the first of our features, the Group 3 Trentham Stakes. Runs in behind Bevan, the 15 Devise, and also the 5 and Benzini were all very good in the race.
Well, Benzini was very good, sort of got shuffled back to last, and Roadies, he then made the decision to ride for luck. Probably didn't have a horse to go with when coming up the inside, so Von Tunzelman and Devise are in a bit of a fight where Benzini's down on the inside, but good performance from that at good each way value. Look very suitable for the race. Von Tunzelman, beautifully handled by Leith. Devise was good. Aspen Lass will run into 4th, and there's a few horses in this race that are probably in the forgive category because they were 7 and 8 wide going into that first bend. Paddy had to work forever. You had Cruiser. He was brave enough after being right in that to battle as well. So, yeah, the first 400 metres put paid to a few in the race, and the horses who just had a nice soft run behind them have really delivered well.
Well, that's the first of our features, and just seeing if we can get Sean Ritchie, and in fact, Aidan, you're with him now.
Yeah, grabbed Sean. And Sean, when you consider the work that those horses on speed had to do early, this has been a mighty performance from your mare.
Yeah, it was. Look, we're looking to last through to the autumn and obviously try and nail one of these group races with her. She's very consistent for us. She's run second at Group 1 level and now against the better horses here today. So it was 4 weeks between runs and a first run from a mile to 2100. So one would think a next run would probably be perfect for her. But, she was brave, and the other horse had a beautiful run. But so did we. Beat us fair and square today.
You've just had a talk with Michael Coleman. What was his assessment?
He said that she relaxed beautiful. He said she's definitely wanted the 2100, and he said she just wandered a little bit when she got to the front, but all credit to the winner. He knew where she was, and Leith grabbed her in time.
She showed in the first sort of 20-30 metres that she really did have a bit of zip out of the gates. That might sort of open a few doors further down the track.
It's always nice when you can get a horse you can race on pace over ground, isn't it? They're rare to get, and she does have good gate speed, so when she draws well, it's nice to always be in a challenging position with any horse. But I think part of that is going from the mile to 2100. Obviously, she'll be a bit more down next time, and we might roll the dice in the Herbie Dyke. I'm sure she deserves a group race sooner or later. It'd be nice if it was at Group 1 level.
Good on you, Sean.
Thanks very much.
Sean Ritchie, trainer of the second horse in Devise. Numbers across the line will be 4, 15, 5, 12, 16 and 7 in a time of 2:09.55. Let's have a look at the Group 1 field. And it is the Grant Plumbing Levin Classic, 290, 130 around Age of Fire, 350 on the tote. 650 for Sensei. It's always been sort of well supported here, the Southerner, along with the stablemate Southerner and Savvy Cope, which is at 550 and $1.85. and then Spring Heat, who's at $4.80 and $1.70. You've got Hard Merchandise at $17, Oarsman at $15. They have their respective chances in the race as well, and Belle de Nord, Bevan at 14s and 4s.
Just slightly drifting. As an Age of Fire was $2.80 this morning from memory, out to $2.90. So they're looking at those other two well-supported runners, Savvy Cope, Spring Heat. There's good, strong support for Sensei, and I did have a chat to Michael earlier, and he just actually was reasonably confident around Sensei's chances. He really, really likes this horse. He's got two massive chances in the race, and yeah, you could certainly see Hard Merchandise, Oarsman at 15. I've got a little bit of time for the 6 All in Mana, but this is a very big ask here this afternoon. This should be a cracker. The last was a great race.
All right, so that's the Group 1. It's set down to start at 4:33. All right, so that will be the second leg of the late quadding. Of course, the pick 6 as well continues to roll on. All right, we might just head back to Aidan Rodley. You with Gary Vole?
Yeah, thanks for that. Gary's got his jockeyed away, got the saddle, about to head down to the stabling area. How are the nerves?
Yeah, always get a bit nervous before a Group 1, don't you?
Yeah. Tell us about the horse, Hard Merchandise. How's he ahead of this big one?
Well, you know, he's done the work. He's got an awkward alley to overcome, but he does begin fast.
Yeah. You've had a great deal of faith with this horse the whole way through. What about today? How are you measuring him up?
Well, I think he's up to the mate. You know, he's never put a foot wrong on this horse. He's never been further back than 5th in his life, so and he's been in some hard fields.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's a really tricky little barrier draw. How do you play it?
Oh, you know, he'll just have to ride him where he lands, but he can jump fast, so I expect to be right up there.
Okay, go saddle up, and best of luck, Gary.
Cheers, mate.
We'll stay here, and we'll just grab Chris Johnson, who's just weighed out for Sensei, and you know this horse so well. Just tell us about his biggest attributes for this Group 1.
I think good thing today, he's drawn well. He, you know, he's sort of bred to be a sprinter, but being a 3-year-old, they're trying to run him a mile. Hopefully jump away well from 4, and hopefully should be able to give him a nice run, sort of 4th, 5th, and see if he can finish it off.
He was terrific last time too, though, wasn't he, down there? Have you sort of been aboard him since and got a progress report?
Yeah, he's yeah, he's sort of coming in a little bit fresh today, but he's done the work at home, so you know, he'll be going out there, very fit horse.
You know about a few of them, including Savvy Cope. What's your assessment of her?
Yeah, no, she's very good filly. Mile will probably suit her. She looks like she'll run over more ground eventually, and I hope to be a little bit handier in the running than she will be, but she'll be finishing over the top of them.
Who's the horse for Sensei to beat?
Well, a very good field. Couple with, you know, from up Auckland. They're always hard to beat.
Okay, best of luck, Chris Johnson there. And we'll get back to you, Cassie. Group 1 racing about to happen. It is Levin Classic time coming up here from Trentham.